Well, hello. This is an update to what the heck just happened. So, my last video where I went over switching from name branded Zepbound to compounded Tirzepatide. And I kind of had a pretty bad episode on Tuesday. I had a blood draw, I ate really late, and I think that I may have had some hypoglycemic events. But honestly, I really don't know what happened. Wednesday, I was feeling okay. But Thursday, I really don't know what happened. This video is just going to be an update on how I've been feeling since I switched to compounded medication. So, what had happened was on Thursday, I ended up taking myself to the emergency room about 9 o'clock in the morning because I was just completely unwell. I do not know what was going on, and I'm not blaming it on the compounded medication at all. But I did switch medication, so that sometimes can be a trigger for things to happen. But I went to the emergency room because I just had this just really off feeling that I couldn't shake. It was almost like I had low blood sugar, but I ate ginger candy, and then I had some grapes, and then I had a fiber one brownie. So I ate a good amount of carb loaded items. And, after 30 minutes, I was feeling worse. I was lightheaded, dizzy, nauseous, had diarrhea, started getting short of breath, and just felt really disconnected from my body. So I made it to the emergency room, which is only about a mile and a half away, so not very far, just all side streets. And they checked me in and did all my blood work. It was quite traumatic. I have bruises everywhere because they had to take it out of like 100 different places. And they kept going through my veins. I had gotten up at like 2 a.m. and had a bottle of water, but by that time I hadn't drank anything in the morning, so I was dehydrated and my veins were kind of collapsed because I had really low blood pressure. It was measuring in at 100/58, and I just felt really unwell. So they did all my blood work, and during that time, my oxygen saturation kept dropping. It would get into the 80s, into the 70s, and it would stay down for 30, 45 seconds, and then it would come back up. And that only happened like twice. But it wasn't necessarily reading at 100 or 98, 99 all of the time like it should be. A lot of times it was sitting in the mid 90s. So um, they said they didn't really know what was wrong. They did all my blood work, and I actually did some tests twice, and they said everything came back normal. Like everything was within range, my liver, my heart values. They said my non-fasting glucose was 100, which, shouldn't it have been more than that if I had just had a whole bunch of grapes and candy and fiber one bar? So that to me is a little suspect that I was only at 100 if I'd had within the past 2 hours had all of that sugary stuff. But whatever, I'm not a doctor. So I did then end up Friday morning going to my regular physician, and she again ran blood work, and I've seen the results of those, but I haven't talked to her. And everything is normal in the way that my blood work always comes back. My iron's always high, but my iron has been high my entire life, so that is nothing unusual. Nothing came back on the test. But when I did talk to her this past Friday, she said that because I am losing weight and I am taking medications that lower my blood pressure, like my diuretic and my beta blocker, that I probably need to talk to my cardiologist who prescribed those, because maybe I need to start stepping down a little bit on some of those. Maybe I'm getting my blood pressure lowered too much, or maybe I need to go down on the Trizepatide. So that could be a huge possibility that I need to change up my medication, because I naturally have lower or normal blood pressure as it is, but then I'm taking a couple medications, kind of 3 medications that lower it, and then the Trizepatide lowers my blood sugar. So if I'm not sleeping well, if I'm not eating properly, then that can lead to me just feeling really unwell. She did also mention that she thinks that it might really be complications to my sleep apnea because I have not been sleeping well at all. 5 hours is the max that I can get per night. But I do have a sleep doctor appointment the day before American Thanksgiving, I think November 26th. So we'll see what he has to say. I know that it's time for a new sleep study, and I know it's time for a new machine. I need a new CPAP because mine is 8 years old. And obviously, they probably need to adjust my machine because the last time I had that machine adjusted, I weighed 200 pounds. And I'm currently sitting at 262. So I probably do need that adjusted because as you put on weight, put on fat, your airway gets more constricted because you have more tissue around your throat and nose. And when you go to lay down, everything kind of gets scrunched up and closes off your airway. So fingers crossed, though, that this really is nothing. I'm seeing my doctor again in 4 days. Today is Monday, November 10th. And I am seeing my primary care physician again on Friday morning, right before I head off to a cruise. So hopefully everything is fine because I want to be cruising with no problems. So be on the lookout on my If You Seek Amy K channel. I'll make sure that I leave a link in the description, and I'll probably pop a QR code up here that you can scan to access that channel. I will be doing cruising content. So I'll do a little bit on this channel as well. I'll try and do some kind of fun like step challenge or something. I know last time like I drug it out like 4 episodes, but this time maybe I'll do a much more condensed version. I would love to be able to do 10,000 steps a day. I don't know if that's gonna happen, but it would be my dream to be able to do that. That's all I have for today. So I just wanted to check in and say what had happened was I didn't feel well. I went to the emergency room and they still don't know what my problem was, but it was probably just low blood pressure. So, and low blood sugar. And so I just need to watch myself. I did feel a little bit better on Saturday, but I did get a little bit of exercise in. So I'll keep everybody updated and be on the lookout. Oh my gosh. So one of the videos I have coming up is going to be about how much I've spent on my Zepbound, on my Trizepatide, and you are not going to believe how much that I have invested in that out of pocket since February of 2025. So be on the lookout for that. And I want to thank you so much for watching my video. If you really like the video, make sure you get a thumbs up. And if you want to continue to see my content in your recommended feed, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And if you want to be notified every time I release a new video, just make sure you hit that notification bell and turn all your notifications on. And you'll get notified because that's what notification bells do, because I just want to keep saying the word notification. So I want to thank you for joining me here at Amy Loses It, and I want you to have a fabulous day. And if you're on a weight loss journey yourself, I wish you the best of luck. And I hope this video helps in some way, and I hope my content will help keep you on the right track. So have a fabulous day.
4 cats, 1 scale, and a suitcase to pack. Zepbound in hand, there's no looking back. Cruising through this journey, non-scale victories divine. But can Amy lose the weight without losing her mind?